Halo, witam, jestem Marcisław, wy jesteście to jest Night of the Rabbit, chyba ostatni odcinek. Skrzyżowane paluchy. Nie ma szans, żeby to trwało jakoś długo, chyba że dialog będzie długi, bo to jest z 5 podpunktów na solucji. Więc dobra, jesteśmy w przedstawieniu Zarofa. Muzyka tutaj jest gorsza. Nadal jest taka bardzo fajnie zepsuty patefon. Ale tego aż tak nie czuć, bo to jest muzyka ze świata listów, która jest dość subtelna. Jeszcze raz użyć złotego dzwonka?
Foolish boy, I can smell your intention, but she cannot hear you. She is mine.
She is his!
Co ja mam zrobić?
I'd better take good care of it. I'd better take...
Louder!
Nie walnę już w dzwon tak głośno, jak mógłbym... Skałoszept?
Nothing's whispering here. I'd better be careful.
Co ja mam zrobić?
Better not.
Mogę nawet porysować gwoździem po tym, nie?
Another one of those nails.
A completely insignificant object.
Oh, stop it already. My mom always says, fool me twice, shame on me. The Guardian's in the way.
If you touch that nail, I will bite off your head.
I'd better keep my distance.
A, ja chciałem mówić, że jak przecież się nie możesz ruszać. Może się ruszać, ale nie chcę.
Kitsuna, are you alright?
Jerry,
Humans and foxes can never be friends.
but if a human accepts a fox for who she is, doesn't that count?
You may wish to be a fox again, but your heart is lost. I shall heal you from being human, or devour you as a human.
Kitsuna, don't listen to him. He's not himself. He will keep you forever.
Jerry, why don't you just leave? I will always remain a fox.
I know, and that's a good thing. You are you. You are a fox.
I am a fox.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Fight!
Co się stało? Strasznie oszczędna animacja.
Young Kitsune, I am but a blind guardian, but my mind once again sees clearly. I owe you my thanks, human. Be a friend to her.
No i cool. Trzeci gwóźdź, jeszcze jeden.
Friendship removes the nail? Who's supposed to believe that?
Zapomniałem o tym świecie, a to mój ulubiony, ten ze światłowidem.
Where am I now? Ice everywhere, and water as far as I can see. The wind is very cold.
The boy was so overjoyed at getting to spend another vacation in one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Vacation?
That, cheering loudly, he tore off his clothes and jumped into the ice-cold water.
Jerry on the rocks!
I'm beginning to think you don't care about me at all.
Mr. Hazelnut, I resent your attitude. The only thing I care about is art. But you just won't follow the script.
Yes, please forgive me. I will just try harder.
I certainly hope so, you useless amateur! Now, where were we?
U.
The mighty polar whale broke through the ice
Oh, man.
behind Jeremy, and with his mighty voice he proclaimed,
You have made a brave effort. You even advanced to the edge of the eternal ice. But you cannot withstand the cold. It is time to give up. To let go. Join me as I slide into the dark, cold waters under the ice.
Okej, co my tu mamy? To jest ten, plandeka
Ice
taka.
flows and water as far as the eye can see.
Jerry was fascinated by the relentless cold of the Arctic Sea. The sight of its icy waves alone was enough to make Jerry shiver uncontrollably.
Cukierkowa laska.
Gigantic candy cane.
Jerry couldn't resist. He had to lick it just once.
You just want my tongue to freeze to the thing.
Exactly. Finally, you've read the script. Go right ahead, then.
No. I'm going to save the game for later.
Oh, the boy is just too smart for you.
Quiet!
Nie. Co tu jeszcze jest? Nie będę czytał skryptu, bo znowu będzie nudnie choinka.
Christmas tree. Mum always bakes delicious mince pies for Christmas.
The young boy's yearning for the familiar sweets was downright overwhelming. It painfully reminded him of the fact that his mother would never again hold him in her arms.
To było wredne.
The curse and all that is all right, but dragging his mother into this?
Disgusting! Quiet!
Maybe it'll make me feel better if I take down the decorations.
O, to poczuję, że odzyskał... O, patrzcie, europejska wtyczka. No, niemiecka gra. Nie dziwne. W sumie... Ej... Ubisoft w większości jest francuski, co nie? Zwłaszcza za czasów pierwszych asasynów. To dlaczego w sumie używali amerykańskich wtyczek we Włoszech? To nie ma sensu. Outsourcing. No i nagle ma sens. Tam jest gwóźdź.
Ugh, can't reach it yet. There's no way I'm going to swim through the icy water.
The nail?
Just cut it out. I know this nail must go. It's evil just like you.
But
No, save your breath. The nail must go.
now you listen up, Mr.
No, the nail must go, and that's that.
Woohoo! Cherry!
Quiet!
To ten... Kablem?
No.
A,
Ho ho ho! Now I have a very festive fishing rod. I bet this is how Santa fishes.
od tej... Myślę, że od drugiej strony. Co jest? A, chyba, że to jest taki duży haczyk.
I don't want to fish for that.
To w takim razie co?
You know, I bet if Santa ever goes ice fishing, he takes along plenty of warm milk and cookies. Right, let's see what happens.
The polar whale had taken the bait and dragged the wimpy boy down into the icy depths.
Just a cable?
Ah, that's an evil,
Zły kabel ciągnie dużo
It
prądu.
looks electric.
Yes, that's it. A wicked electric cable eel that's about to, just a moment.
That's about to wrap itself around my scrawny neck and zap me with a lethal electric shock.
Yes, exactly. Very good.
I think you need a vacation if you depend on a 12-year-old to create your art for you.
Prawda.
The cable loops back there to where all the wind is coming from. Wait, why am I
A, dlatego
staying
jest
back
zimno.
there when I'm clearly on an ice floe in the middle of the ocean? I'll just pull on the cable.
Jak on to?
Hey, look! It's a wind machine.
Jeszcze raz? Wstać tam palec.
I see. Looks like the fan's direction can be changed.
No, you can't do that. The fan blades would chop up your delicate fingers.
Baloney.
Ciągle zapominam, że wcale nie mam sam podejść do tego gwoździa, tylko mam pomóc
Thank you, little lamb.
NPC-owi, którego w sumie nigdy nie widziałem.
No, no, no!
Our
Wieloryb,
nightmare
którego spotkaliśmy, nie
is
gadał.
now over. But many are still dwelling under the curse of darkness. You have got to help them.
But I'm nothing but a herring.
And thereof is a mighty whale!
I'm way too small.
That is exactly your strength, little land walker.
Woohoo! Jerry! You can do it, Jerry!
Quiet!
We believe in you, Jerry!
Go, Jerry!
I shall now dive home. Be strong, Jerry. Be strong.
I will stop Zaroff. I will stop him.
Curses.
O, teraz mogę sam.
No, no, no! You'll ruin everything! You...
Jerry removed the nail. He
Złodziej.
realized that this was all just a dream that he and his friends were trapped in. He understood that he was able to change the dream
But...
because it was his dream.
but you can't.
The unfriendly man congratulated Jerry
Congratulations, boy. You did it.
and was suddenly much nicer than before.
That was truly fantastic, Jerry. Boy, this was weird, but you kept on top of it. Absolutely awesome.
The end.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jerry Hazelnut!
Starczy.
Encore!
Ale to będzie nasz last encore. Będzie.
And finally,
Co to jest za kropka na ekranie?
Jerry woke up.
Mam nadzieję, że to jest w grze, a nie tutaj, bo mam czarną kropkę na ekranie. Nie na samym środku, ale trochę wyżej.
No. No! This is impossible!
Chyba to było w grze. Już jej nie widzę. A się żaba pojawiła? Tak, o.
We're back in the clearing.
The audience? Are they spirits?
They're dreamers. The curse brought them here.
Why are they so angry?
I've seen this before. They are restless. They are furious. They could forget their way back in their blind rage.
And then?
Then they would just become empty spirits haunting the dreams of others. Hitadama.
Watch out, Jerry!
Co
It came
tu?
from over there.
Zaro,
A,
you, calm down the dreamers. I'll take care of Zaro.
But Jerry!
He's right. You can sing, can't you?
Well, yes, but...
co jest? Lubię muzykę w tej grze, ale co jest z tą animacją? Dlaczego oni prawie się w ogóle nie ruszają? To było jeszcze? Ej, bo to co ciekawe dzieje się gdzie indziej. Co jest? Fajnie grają, ale ja chcę patrzeć na to, jak się magowie leją po pyskach. A to miał być nasz boss film. No niech będzie, że jest okej w takim razie. Tak też było dobrze. Co?
Now where did Zaroff get to?
You defeated the lizards, removed the nails. The Marquis chose you well. Now, show me what you're made of, Tree Walker!
Jerry, defend yourself.
Nie. I ta kropka jest wyżej. O, i widzę, że ona jest na ekranie. Przez. Dobrze zrobiłem? No to wygląda.
When two spells of the same kind clash, they will create great magic energy for a few moments. Try to take advantage of that.
Jak?
When two spells of the same kind clash, they will create great magic energy for a few moments. Try to take advantage of that.
Kolejnym zaklęciem? Nie, gwoździem. A jakim gwoździem? Nie ma chyba czerwonego, co nie? Jest brązowy. Zadziałało?
Excellent. You repelled his spell with the nail and rendered it harmless. Zaroff lost one of his spells.
Wiecie, sporo lat wcześniej wyszedł Reksio i Czarodzieje, który jednak miał fajniejsze zaklęcia. Co do zielonego ma pasować? Czarny? Nie, nie czarny. Metoda prób i błędów. Bo to są chyba checkpointy, tak? Nie, rzucił innym zaklęciem. To ja nie wiem. A może tutaj czarnym? Fioletowy do czarnego? Mam obok solucję, ale nie będę patrzał. To jest już sama końcówka. Okej, fioletowy do czarnego. Ma się chyba łączyć zaklęcie, które poznaliśmy
You
w tym
repelled his
świecie.
spell with the nail and rendered it harmless. Zaroff has only 2 spells left now.
Z gwoździem, który był przy tym świecie, tylko no, nie pamiętam już. Drzeworost. Jak nie czarny, to może biały. Został nam biały i złoty. O, pasuje. No to tylko złoty nam został.
Excellent. Now Zaroff has only 1 remaining spell.
Zając powoli wraca. Zium. Jakaś dziwna ta gra. Nie jestem pewien, czy ją lubię, czy nie. Wygląda ładnie, ale... Ale tak długo jak się nie rusza. Jak nie myślimy o niej za długo.
You did it, Jerry. Zaroff used his magic against you and lost.
I didn't mean to do it. Not like this. Marquis, are you...
He's still too weak. He cannot answer you.
A to co? Pinokio?
Who's the boy? Where did he come from?
The tree, it remembers. It remembers the teacher and the apprentice who once visited this place. Zaroff did evil things. That's why he cannot look the child he once was in the eye. But who among us could, after all?
Who is he? What does all this mean?
Ej, czyli zgadłem, że to był jednak on?
Great Zaroff. One of the greatest illusionists of his time. You may have heard of him. Not many remember him now.
Okej, czyli jednak
In
nie, bo to
reality,
przeszłość.
He wasn't just an illusionist. He was one of us, a magician. Zaroff was the last apprentice of the Marquis de Hoto. When the rabbit trained him, he was just a boy, not much older than you. When his training was finished, young Zaroff and his teacher visited the clearing of the first tree, and they left some traces behind. The tree would remember them. Soon, the Marquis and Zaroff became living legends as they hurried from one world to the next, from portal to portal, and helped wherever help was needed.
Praktycznie cały budżet poszedł w tą jedną cutscenkę. Może nie budżet. To nie jest ten. To nic nie znaczy. Cała praca poszła.
But their path led them to a place where darkness ingrained upon their souls.
Całe
I
skupienie.
was there when the mirror of shadows disclosed to them their own potential. They beheld their own brightest virtues and saw the darkest chasms within their souls. And only few can bear that kind of truth.
Jak się nie robi?
So it was only a matter of time.
Nie
until
wolno
the dark
powiedzieć na koniec
seed
gry, że są
sprouted
inne, ciekawsze światy, których nigdy nie zobaczysz.
And when it did, the Marquis was the first to start doubting the ideals of the Tree Walkers. Then the apprentice started doubting the teacher, and finally the two of them turned on each other in hatred. In his blind wrath, the Marquis banished his apprentice to the world from whence he came. He took away his ability to walk between worlds, so that every portal would remain closed to him.
To tak wolno?
Zaroff became a prisoner in his own world. A world that had room for magic only on its stages. Thus he became the Great Zaroff, the illusionist. But the appeal of the new tricks he invented to captivate his audience soon wore off, and Zaroff fell for a second time. Marooned, forgotten. In his despair, he began to rattle the doors of his reality. He turned to alchemy, forbidden experiments, to open up the portal worlds once again. And with every failed experiment grew the hatred for his teacher and for his audience that no longer cared for him. And when Zaroff was finally driven by nothing other than fury and revenge, something answered to his rattling and knocking. Consortium Squamata, the lizards.
To są tacy żadni villanowie.
With its false promises, the Consortium had already passed through many worlds. Promises that would disturb the balance of nature. Zaroff was approached by 4 members of the Consortium. They offered the magician a deal. The lizards had surreptitiously obtained the ability to walk between worlds, but they didn't know the way to the most secret of places. Zaroff, on the other hand, had memorized the paths of the tree walkers, the portals, the path to the clearing of the first tree. Thus he led the lizards through the portals, betraying the tree walker he had once been with every step of the way. In exchange, they gave him the power to cast a curse on one of the first trees. The lizards gave Zaroff 4 nails. 4 nails, made of 4 cursed metals, serving to drive the magician's spell deep into the trunk of the first tree, where it would take effect and make the inhabitants of the portal worlds his final audience, thus trying to obtain respect and glory by force. Zaroff's final great triumph. And while the portal worlds were suffering from the curse of Zaroff, the lizards invaded them, as they had done many times before. Only one could have provided help, but Zaroff's mentor, the Marquis de Hoto, had spiraled himself further into the darkness that the Mirror of Shadows had revealed to him.
The Cold One. He was willing to let us freeze to death.
The good tree walker who had trained Zaroff. I had already given up hope I would ever meet him again. But when Zaroff entered the clearing, the first tree remembered the magicians. When it recognized the threat that the apprentice posed, the first tree brought to life and sent out the memory of his teacher. So, the memory of the Marquis de Hoto, shaped long before his own corruption set in, left the clearing of the first tree, and promptly forgot that it was nothing but a memory. And once again, he was a true tree walker. He set forth to find himself an apprentice, somebody who would be able to stop Zaroff. He answered your call. The roots of the first tree run deep, even into our dreams. The Marquis found you, Jerry, because you had a dream.
Cała gra dotychczas była dość taka okej. Że to się nie trzyma kupy, ale jest okej. Teraz daje nam 10-minutowy infodump, który nie ma sensu.
He will remain in the shadow of the first tree. The Marquis, the first tree, they were right. You went beyond yourself. That's how you finally got to this place and faced down Zaroff. The Marquis made you a true tree walker, but you were forced to pay a high price. When the Marquis went from idea to reality by entering your world, something else had to go. Your father, as though through a revolving door, the Marquis came to life, and your father was lost in the rift between worlds and forgotten. But do not worry. You saved us all, and very soon we will return the favor.
I w sumie obrotowe drzwi to jest rzecz, której się nie widuje od
An acquaintance of mine
dawna.
once said, only those
Tylko
who
w
get on
jednym
the
miejscu
way
widziałem
can
obrotowe
find
drzwi.
their way. And so it came to pass that Jerry had to leave his mentor behind in the clearing of the first tree. Jerry knew that he had been more than the memory of a courageous, one-of-a-kind tree walker, more than the first tree of mousewood needing Jerry's help. He had been a friend. Then, for the last time, the Marquis slowly turned and lifted his hand as if to wave goodbye.
I will never forget you.
Said Jeremiah Hazelnut.
And I will never forget you.
Came the reply from the shadows at the foot of the tree, and the boy knew the Marquis, the tree, he would remember him. When Jerry returned to Mousewood, lost in thought, there was music in the streets, because for the first time in a long while an apprentice had come to Mousewood to study the art of arts. And for the first time in a long
Nawet
while,
szkiców na mnie
the
polezą na
Treetop
ekran.
Festival, the celebration of friendship and courage, was held in honor of an apprentice
Może to dobrze, że
who had
Dalik już
finished
nie
his
będzie robił
training,
gier.
in honor of the tree walker, Jeremiah Hazelnut, the rabbit's apprentice.
Smutno mi jakoś po tej grze. O, no, nareszcie coś pokazali. Smutno mi jakoś po tej grze. Ona jest strasznie żadna. Nie mam pojęcia w sumie, dlaczego niby nazywa się Night of the Rabbit. Tu praktycznie nie ma w ogóle nocy. Rabbit jest tam postacią poboczną. On jest bohaterem swojej własnej historii, którą twórcy... Nawet nie mam pojęcia, jak to nazwać, bo to jest dziwne. To wygląda tak, jakby pisali fabułę do tej gry i w pewnym momencie zaczęli dopisywać coraz więcej lore kilku postaciom i to im zajęło większość czasu. To jest jak z tymi wszystkimi Genshinami i całą resztą. Jak mówię całą resztą, chodzi mi o takie open worldowe gry z wielką ilością książek do przeczytania i tekstów. Skyrim tego typu. Wiecie, że fabuła główna jest żadna. Ale wszędzie jest porozrzucone sporo takich głupich, mało wnoszących do historii historyjek, które potem fani sobie układają w jedno wielkie lore, że tam jest taki wielki świat, którego nigdy nie zobaczysz. Kurde, jak ja tego nie lubię. W sumie to jest pierwszy raz, kiedy to widzę w przygodówce. Ja nie mogę przeżyć tej końcówki. Że nagle jest ten Zarow, który ma ten sam głos, co... albo podobny. Podobny głos do królika i królik w sumie mało nim było, tylko tym, że z kimś złym skądś teraz wrócił i na koniec, ten chłopiec, co się pojawił, wygląda jak Zarow. Nie wygląda jak Zarow, tylko wygląda jak Jerry. Czy to Jerry? Nie, to on tylko wygląda podobnie. Tak naprawdę to jest... I tutaj słuchaj, mam całą książkę, zaraz ci ją opowiem, kim on był. Żebyś się przejął. Czemu się nie przejmujesz? A, mogę chodzić po tym. Jezu, jak ta gra się tnie. Muszę z niej gadać, jakbym chciał wyjść. Urszula.
This is a great party. Almost makes you forget all your troubles.
They are holding the Treetop Festival unusually early this year, but sometimes it's a really good thing to revive old traditions. This is the most fun I've had in ages.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Spitzway, what are you doing here?
Well, I heard that in your honor they were holding the Treetop Festival earlier this year. So, naturally, I turned right around and came back. You must tell me all about your adventures.
And you tell me about yours.
Oh, you'll come and see me
Kolejne
soon.
historie, których nie
I brought
poznamy.
some lovely kelp tea from the coast.
Co tu się stało? Dlaczego ta gra jest taka zła? Nawet ich poprzednie gry były lepsze. Aż z jednej strony nie chcę więcej grać w dedaliki, ale z drugiej strony chcę się dowiedzieć, czy to jest taki pojedynczy wypadek przy pracy, czy oni po prostu przestali mieć jakiekolwiek, cokolwiek do tworzenia gier. Bo to jak wyszedł Gollum, zrzucałem na to, że to jest po prostu nie największe studio, które rzuciło się na dużą grę w gatunku, którego w sumie nigdy nie robili. A oni może po prostu mają to w dupie. Może im się po prostu nie chce. Dowiemy się w kolejnych seriach. Widzimy się w kolejnej serii, którą będzie Rayman Redemption 1. A tymczasem mam nadzieję, że się podobało chociaż trochę. Do zobaczenia w kolejnych seriach. Kochani dzieci Boże. Siema.